Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 3, Episode 23, Wicked City. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast, so what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. and if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast.
Camp Slash Horrorcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast. We talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. God damn it, I went blurry again. It's all good. I'm your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Raph. He's a healthy one. Let me see if I can wake him. Ramirez. Raph, how are you, sir?
Fantastic, sir.
Excellent. Next, we got Miles. I have no more use for you, lover boy. Francis. Miles, how are you, sir?
I'm good, dude, but your definition of starting tight at 8 is about as loose as a vagina vag in this movie because it's 8:19 right now.
Yeah. What's a vagina vag?
Oh, the
spider
vag.
vag. Spider vag.
vag.
Vagina vag.
Spider vag. It's like a vagina within a vagina.
It's a vagina. Yeah, it's an inner vagina.
Next, we have Jay. I'm afraid I'm going to have to kill you, McClintock. Jay, how are you, sir?
Feeling good. And I think I'm going to stay in the Black Guard.
Ooh, shit. And finally, we got Javi. Can't even get a good piece of nookie if you want some. Hi-res. Hobbs, how are you, sir?
I am okay.
That is tremendous, I think. Get higher, and then you'll be even better. All
Yes.
right, guys, we checked out Wicked City. This was Javi's pick. He got 2 in a row, one for his birthday, and then one just because it landed that way. A little bit of information. Release date, April 25th, 1987, in Japan with a running time of 82 minutes. Synopsis: 2 agents, a male human and a female demon, attempt to protect a signatory to a peace treaty ceremony between the human world and the demon world from a radicalized demons. God damn it, if I could read. We watched Wicked City, but I feel like we need to talk about other things first. I think that it has probably been talked to completion today online, but I kind of want to bring up Smack Talk, if you will.
We got
I'll
it.
be back in 15 minutes.
That's all that's been.
Facebook was
Yep.
Guys,
Dude, I saw more posts about that than I did about the Ukraine invasion, and that tells you where we're at as a society.
absolutely.
Like we give a shit about Will Smith pasting fucking Chris Rock over like what's going on in Ukraine and just around the world in general.
Dude,
Well,
it's an easy fix. From now on, instead of Chris Rock, you get The Rock to host the Academy Awards, and we're good. It's over.
Yeah.
Or you still get Chris Rock to do it and he just hides behind the Rock. It's like, you want to slap me? You got to go through the Johnson first.
I love the idea of having The Rock do it next year and just repeating the whole joke.
He
and
does
see how
that.
it
Hey,
goes
look,
over.
Jada's here tonight. Look like she's ready for G.I. Jane too.
And then
And Will Smith is just like, yes, that's a great joke, sir.
Yeah.
No, that'd be great if he came toward him. He came toward him, and all of a sudden, The Rock like ripped off his tux into his full wrestling gear. And was like, "Team, bring it."
It just turns to the camera, eyebrows that bitch, and it's good to go.
It doesn't matter if I have her name in my mouth or not.
Does anyone
I didn't
have
realize the Oscars are at the SmackDown Hotel on the corner of Candy Ass
Oh.
Lane this year.
Y'all don't need to be here. It's just gonna be me and Miles for the next 20 minutes.
All right, question. Does anyone have a strong opinion about this at all? I mean, I know it's just stupid celebrities, but it is interesting. It's like, can you even tell a fucking joke? And it was a bad joke to begin with. Without
It wasn't a bad joke, though.
It was
Because
not.
he didn't know about her problem.
I have a hot take.
Go ahead, hot take it.
Here we
up.
go.
95% of the comedians that are worried about, like, oh no, now the audience might hit me, probably deserve to be smacked, but have no reason to worry about it.
I agree with you. I think everyone's going to be fine. I don't think Will Smith's going to come out every time a Jada Pinkett's pick, but I could be surprised. We could make jokes all week long, and we'll find out if he's going to come out and just start smacking people. It'd be fucking amazing. I think it's interesting and made the Oscars interesting for the first time in fucking forever. And I just think people should smack around people more. It should be like WWE up in there. So it's good.
I don't agree.
Nobody's watching the Oscars still. Like we all watched the 30-second clip of the Oscars, but I didn't watch a second more of the Oscars outside of that moment that I would have on any other Oscars.
I didn't know that the Oscars were yesterday.
I had no idea what was happening.
I was like, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? What was the occasion? What happened?
Why were those two in the same room?
Oh, the Oscars. I still don't care. No.
Jay, what's your hot take on it?
Not a hot take. It's salt. Yeah, dude. This is. I've been in the comedy business for 18 years, man, and I've seen people rush the stage. It's never pretty, and it's. Do
you typically? I won't name it just in case, but the club that you manage, do you typically give the award at the end of the night to the person that assaulted the comic?
No, no, they're typically don't stick around very long. They're typically carried away in handcuffs because.
But you should post afterwards, like, we do not endorse the actions of this person. We just award them.
That's shocking that he's not pressing charges, but it's also understandable at the same time.
Well, it is and it isn't. Here's the deal. Like in some states and some like countries and like private venues like that, it really isn't up to Chris Rock if there's charges are pressed or not. If you're in an establishment and you're disturbing the peace, you can still get presses charged against you if a peace officer actually sees you committing a crime. They can press charges on behalf of the state.
Well, thank God there's no video of this.
I don't want to defend Will, but
Go ahead.
There's a nuance to that whole situation, especially when it comes to the black community and like women's hair. That's like because Chris Rock knows this, and he did a full documentary on it called Hair, and it was really fucking good. But I think Will Smith overreacted, but I also see why Jada was really upset at that. I can see both sides, honestly.
It was childish and toxic, and he was out of line.
I think it was just like really shocking to see two legends pretty much do that shit to each other, which was just an odd thing to see all around. I was like, that was fucking weird.
Have you all heard the conspiracy that it was staged to get ratings?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Chris Rock's just became more important out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I said that really weird. But he just got notoriety out of nowhere. And Will Smith is already on that legendary statue. Winning the Oscar even after that, it just puts them both on such a higher profile at this point. Without what happens after that's going to be interesting. Who knows? And like Jay said, the venue, the Oscars themselves could press charges. Like, so maybe Chris Rock is like, I just think it's like a man. But
I don't know what law is like in LA, but I know what laws you get. On top of that, let's talk about another real tragedy. The whole thing is that this was the first, I believe, Oscars that was completely produced by an African American team, and it's a big moment. And now forever, and when anyone thinks about it, they're only going to think about this 30-second exchange, and I think that is also a tragedy.
That is messed. I honestly didn't know that. That's news this time to me, and that's really adds an extra layer to this whole situation that is really fucked up.
I will say this. I did think it was funny. I did see a take on it because after Will said what he said to Chris, Chris was like, "Well, I could," and then he just like stopped and stuff. I wonder if the producer was just like, "He's there. Don't do it. Don't escalate the situation, Chris. We'll give you so much money, bro. Don't do it.
You love the money."
Because he kind of got that look like, I'm about to burn this fucking place down right now.
Yeah, and it's not like Chris Rock needs money. I mean, like neither one of these guys need the money. It's just so sad. And I read that Will apologized, and I read that Chris apologized too. And I think that shows a lot of integrity on both sides. So if anything, it could be used as a
teachable moment.
Teachable moment. I mean, I don't think that Will should lose his Oscar over this.
No,
That's the dumbest thing I've heard all day. But it's sad that it happened.
If they
he
did-
should have never been awarded it to begin with.
If they take away his Oscar, that is so fucked up. Because why does Weinstein and Polanski still get to keep their Oscars after what they did?
Dude. Facts.
Yeah,
no doubt.
facts, big facts.
No
Mhm.
doubt. But it is interesting, and the memes have been fucking hysterical all day long.
They really have.
I really enjoyed everyone.
They were
having-
good until about 11:30, and I'm over them at this point. Frankly, I'm sorry if that's out of line, but God, I'm tired of hearing about it. Frankly,
Well, we will move on then.
Get us back to our
Wicked
regularly
City.
scheduled hot Zelensky memes, please.
there's not going to be any horror on tonight's podcast. We're going to talk entertainment and whatever fucking kinky ass anime
Oh
Bobby
my
watches
God.
in his off time.
Javi was loving it. All right, let's check out the trailer for it real quick. That's a smack.
Yes.
Again. That's a smack again. That's a smack again. Where's this fucking trailer at? God damn it.
Duck, are you sharing your screen right now?
Yes.
Okay.
With the fate of
Can
the
you see
world
it?
lying
Yeah.
in balance,
I don't
his
see
task
the,
is simple.
I don't
The
see
trailer.
It
Protect a
now.
man's life.
I just see us.
Yeah, I just see all of us, and it's not pretty.
All right, 1 second.
Don't make
All
us
of
look at
us.
ourselves, Wenzel.
Guard him without fail.
You see it
There we
now?
go.
With the fate
Yeah.
of the world lying in the balance, his task is simple. Protect a man's life for 24 hours.
I'm
Run,
putting you in
boys.
charge of guarding him.
Who is this person?
Mr. Giuseppe Maillard. Guard him without fail, because as far as the radicals are concerned, if they can kill him, they'll control everything.
Thrust into a world of
Oh, I don't remember that
supernatural
movie.
treachery, his only
Oh,
hope
Jesus,
that his
seizure.
new partner is as good as she looks.
Oh, even the
Top
trailers.
agents from opposite worlds. They're the last defense against the anarchy of the black world.
For the life of me, I can't figure
Wow.
out why you're my partner.
What do you mean is why your partner is a woman of the black world?
The twisted beings from the other side.
All right, that's enough of the trailer. Okay, yeah, it's a movie. Let's chat about it. It is horny as hell, and there's a lot of rape in this movie. Wow, what a pick.
Trigger
but
warning.
I was shocked, and like how much he like sexualized her, like the old man that is basically me in 30 years. The amount that he sexualizes her is insane. Like
It's
this was
staggering.
definitely made in the 80s. But I liked it and I enjoyed it and I had a good time. So thank you, Hobbs.
Enjoying this episode? Go check out Geekster, a dating and friends app for geeks that focuses on common interests as a way to make meaningful connections. Download today on the App Store or click the link in the description to find out more. Geekster, this is what happens when nerds collide. Geekster, available on iOS and Android.
Let's break it down. We got our main character. What's his name again? Does anyone remember?
Maki.
Taki.
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 Aren't those little chips? They're delicious.
This precedes the chips, so he's the original Taki.
He's the regional Taki. He has sex with a she beast, and that shit is graphic as fuck. I couldn't believe when she started blowing him. I was like, "What the fuck are we watching?" And then it turns into a spider lady.
She was completely different from the bar. It's like she was a demon.
She was a demon.
Yeah,
That-
that's literally that. You're
That's
correct.
legit what he said in the movie.
Yeah. And then she was, and then I got scared and I got really freaked out and I had to leave the room for like 5 minutes. No,
No, you didn't.
Real strong Thing vibes again. The Thing must.
yeah.
I bet John Carpenter must have made a mint off of Japanese anime in the 80s. Because, dude, his stuff gets ripped off left and right.
There's literally the guy who gets his head blown off and then comes back as the creature with the antennas up face
Yeah.
upside down. And I was just like, holy shit, here he is. Yeah, the creature effects in this movie were great. I thought that they were really interesting down the line. Every single creature I saw, I was like, that's cool, that's cool. I was happy the demons were all different. I was bummed out we didn't get to see the demon form of his partner, Maki, I think is her name. Taki and Maki, is that right?
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
right. But like I wanted to see what her demon form was, but evidently she transfigured into a human by the end of it, so we never see the demon form. But God, we get to see everything else under the sun. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What did you guys think? Like creature effects were pretty cool.
I like the effects. I'm all right. I'm gonna go back to my history of this one. I first saw this movie in I think the spring or winter of 2005.
Okay.
I remember just like I was 18 years old. No, I wasn't. Yes, I was. So they're just like I was
For legal reasons, he was definitely 18 at the time.
had to be.
Yeah.
and I'm either 17 or 18. And I remember just like being like, wow, because I was really deep into anime. This is what I was like that's what I was like rewatching Trigun and fucking Witch Hunter and all that shit. And this was like, no, let me try this one out. And I fucking loved it. I saw anime boobs. Like this was like a severely sexual movie. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Who knew they drew anime tits like this? That's either here or there. And I just remember just being freaked out, like, wow, they made a vagina monster.
That is pretty creepy. Yeah. And then like the one at the end, whenever she's like, come inside me, get inside me. And I was just like, wow.
But there was one attempted death attempted murder that really got, I was like, I wouldn't mind going out like that. It was when the old man was like getting absorbed into the monster's blood. I was like, I would love to die like that, but like just have a big old thing of cheeks, just like absorb me into them, and that's how I died. Like, leave me, I want to die like this. How are you only 38? You have so much life left to live. It's like I need to die like this.
Have you ever seen the movie Society?
Oh, I love that.
I think that's a body horror one, right?
Yeah, I think they have a scene at the end. I think you'd be all bad about it and rat it.
Is that the red orgy scene? Is that what you're talking about? Like
it's the shunting, as they call it.
It's like half like melting, half orgy. And I saw it when I was like 12, and it changed my fucking life.
Oh my God! God, that's so gross.
What's it called?
It's amazing. Society.
It's
amazing.
And like
it's a Halloween movie for sure.
We should definitely do that around October. I would totally be on board for that.
That is so
Hell
creepy. Yeah, this movie's got a lot of like bondage in it. A lot of people getting captured and tied up. Like even when the monster captures the guy, the Taki in the fence, he wraps him up. So all I could think was seeing a lot of BDSM stuff.
And when it comes to like anime horror, this is actually lauded as one of the best anime horror movies. It's always like whenever you talk about anime horror movies, you always get like fucking Ninja Scrolls, Wicked City, and Perfect Blue.
Dude, I gotta
within the
really
same conversation.
Say, I made a joke about it earlier, but like two things. One, I will say I actually enjoyed the movie more than I thought I was going to. So props to you on that. But at no point in the entirety of the film did I ever think this is a horror movie, because it wasn't like at all. Like, I mean, like, I guess it freaked Ducky out because he's afraid of pussy, but like other than that, like it really doesn't have any actual horror elements. It's definitely more sci-fi fantasy in my mind.
Demons are straight up horror elements. I mean, the creatures.
I just think you're gonna get a hard time. I think you're just gonna get a hard time. If it's animated, chances are it's not gonna actually scare you like a horror movie would. There's always that disconnect. Sorry, Jake.
No, it's all good. The only anime that I've ever seen that I thought was legit scary. Oh man, it's a series at a school. I think it's called Another, and it's just where someone like dies every episode. I'm totally not doing justice, but that one was.
Wait, you're thinking of just a standard public school in America?
Oh my God!
Yeah, exactly. Most anime is it's there to excite you. This is like very much what I'd say is action horror for sure. Lots of action.
And heavy on the action, like not a lot of elements in my mind that were, because I mean, like, don't get me wrong, your point of Ducky, you said like demons are automatically horror. I would disagree with that. Like if you look at like certain shows where it's like a clearly a comedy that features demons, I'm blanking off the top of my head, but I know there was a great one on MTV at one point where it's like the dude worked in an office and it was like his girlfriend was like a succubus. Man, I'll think of that and figure it out later. But regardless, I don't think demons automatically qualify as horror. Little Nicky, there's another example of something where it's not horror, even though it's circulating around demons. This to me just didn't feel like there was ever a point where they were trying to build the like creepy suspense. They were more so trying to build 14-year-old boys' erections than actual horror.
Yeah, whoever said it was succeeded.
Whoever said it was action sci-fi horror, I think it kind of falls in those categories.
Yeah.
And it's just
I would say more like porno sci-fi.
Oh my God, it is
porno sci-fi for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hentai. It's hentai horror.
I literally, when the first scene, when the chick goes to unzip his pants and like, oh my God, you've got a nice dick, I legitimately expected a tentacle to pop out.
And that's another thing. Everybody wanted to fuck a demon. It's like a fetish.
You're gonna tell me that you wouldn't?
Man,
that's
well. Those demons are so fucking high.
Is that really a fetish of yours, there, Raph?
No, of them.
Oh,
them.
of who's
Of
them? Is
them.
this like when Trump would
Those
say they?
people.
Yeah. Who wants
The
to?
detective, the old man.
It does nothing for me. Hentai like does absolutely nothing for me. But I didn't watch it whenever I was in my pubescence. Like
Same.
Javi watched it when he was at the perfect age. Where
And that's
hentai
why he's
doesn't-
not allowed at the aquarium to this day.
That's right. I'm always trying to fuck an octopus. Like, sir, step away from the cephalopods. I know why you're here.
I'm in love.
Begging for it.
They're always
I
just
see the way he's
disappointed.
looking at me.
The octopus are just always disappointed in Hobby because they're like, "Hey, we brought 8, you didn't."
Oh,
So
classic.
I got 10. If anything, I'm better than that fucking octopus.
So
No, I
let's
got
talk-
11.
Times better.
Let's talk a little bit about the old man, the Yoda of this thing.
You mean the
This-
legend?
the legend,
Hilarious.
the total creep, the duck of this movie, if you will, because it reminds me of Bob from our Dungeons and Dragons games. What a creep! But it
He
made
was
me laugh.
okay with dying too, which was really cool.
Yeah, he
He
was
tried
like,
to
"Come
escape those
on, give it
titties."
to me." Yeah, and like I thought he was a decoy at first because I'm like, oh, he's all horned up, and then at the end when he's like, it was all part of my plan. I'm like, what the fuck is your plan? So I don't know, but the love did start working for me at a certain point. Like I think it was the car ride with the shitty song. I was like, they truly are in love. And then I realized I ate one too many fucking gummies today. So I was like, holy shit, there's no
And
way.
he's in the back just jerking off.
Yeah, it's did the old man work for anyone, or do y'all think he was just creepy and like
He was great.
I laughed harder at his lines than any other part of the movie by far. Like there's several of his lines that I literally just laughed out loud.
He was hilarious.
How about you, Jay?
I mean, for an '80s creepy guy, he definitely channeled the little Yoda meets Miyagi kind of feel. That wasn't on accident. So I mean, for the '80s, I could see where it have its merits.
All animes have a creepy old man in them.
Yeah.
It just
that
reminded
Dragon
me
Ball
of
Z had Master Roshi.
He was
Oh,
Master
yep.
Roshi, yeah, 100% Master Roshi. Yeah, I dug that, but like this movie's kind of bare bones once you get past that. I guess it's interesting that you have a love interest that is from the other world, but like he keeps saying she's perfect. What does she look like under the skin? I kept wanting to know, like, and like, would he still want to fuck her after that?
You
Did
know he
really
does.
Like a giant spider with a giant fucking
Gaping.
teeth on the
Yeah,
clam.
dude, if you're really truly in love, it doesn't matter which model's skin your demon girlfriend is wearing. You're gonna want to have sex with her anyway, okay?
I didn't buy their like love. They fell in love a little too quick for me.
Yeah.
Like there's just not that many, courtable ladies on our side of the events. You had to go with the demon. I don't know. It's just like he was like, you look good naked. I love you. Now, 13-year-old Jay might have felt that way, but I'm a little, my interests are a little more nuanced nowadays. So that's like a small gripe I have. But again, this is popcorn anime. I don't think it's in the upper echelon of anime that I've seen in my life personally, but I don't think it's really trying to be, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun. This is a turn your brain off, hour and 20-minute movie. You're gonna enjoy it, and I could definitely watch it again and again and again. It's definitely got a lot of merit.
Do you think they could do this live action?
They did
They
in
tried to.
1992.
Yeah, I
They
saw that
did.
They had effort to do so.
Oh well, I know what I will be watching then.
Adaptations
That's
are
pretty
rarely
bad.
good for anime. That is a
pretty
fucking
bad.
curse. There's never
Yeah.
been a good anime adaptation of anything.
Nothing.
I
Is
heard
that true?
Paprika
Is there
wasn't
never
too
been
bad.
one?
The
I
Akira
heard
project was
that
good.
Paprika was
The,
Inception.
No, there was
No,
a
but
really
I-
good movie that came out in like 2007. Like it was like called like The Last Airbender. It's fucking amazing.
You shut your fucking blonde-headed head. I swear to God, bro.
Korean.
That is the most offensive thing you've ever said to me.
Favorite
I
thing.
thought you were
what's-
cool.
What's worse, Javi? Dragon Ball Evolution or The Last Airbender? Last Airbender. And you gotta pick. You gotta pick. You
I
can't
gotta
say
pick.
both.
And one of the
You gotta-
one that you picked, you got to make out with.
So it's, no, I'm gonna picture like the mom's dilemma at the end of The Good Son. I got Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin in each hand. I gotta let one go.
I love that.
Fuck.
And by the way, that's more of a horror movie than this one.
You know,
That's a good.
I'm
That's a good horror
gonna go.
movie.
I'm gonna go with what I think is the worst. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think that is the
Well,
worst one.
it's not Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's just called The Last Airbender. They couldn't use Avatar because James Cameron took the title.
Oh, that's right.
Dude,
Last Airbender was the worst one.
Quick tangent on that, because I think I've been Mandela or whatever, but does anybody remember seeing a teaser trailer for The Last Airbender like years before it came out where they actually did use Airbender? Does anybody remember that other than me?
Just
no, they always used Airbender. They didn't use Avatar.
Okay, sorry, Avatar. The one that
Avatar,
like I
yeah.
remember like originally like it did not say The Last Airbender, it just said Avatar. The whole thing was just the little bald kid spinning a like bow staff around and
Yeah, I saw that too. And then
it
out of
popped up.
nowhere, I saw that. And then out of nowhere, a bunch of blue people showed up, and like
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver was there,
yeah, that's
and Sam Worthington was in it. Yeah,
yeah,
And he-
exactly.
And he was in a wheelchair for some
He was
reason.
in a wheelchair the whole
Yeah,
time. That's
yeah.
the twist.
And so he airbent out of the wheelchair into this giant pterodactyl thing. It was pretty cool. And the movie made a little money, a couple of dollars.
Man, I hope they do a sequel eventually.
Or 4.
Eventually.
I'm not
Someone
excited
send
for
me the
that at
link
all.
after
That
this.
is to what?
Let's get back to Wicked City. The animation
Oh, yeah.
style is superb. I really like it. I like how it goes from being cheap anime, where it's just a single matte painting or whatever they do, to like really intense animated rotoscoping. I thought that was great. But this movie was going to give me a seizure. Did anyone else have trouble watching?
I'm glad
all
you
the
didn't catch
blinking
a
lights?
stroke.
No, man.
Dude. This
Nah.
the flashing lights, I was just like this like half the time, just with my hand in front of my face. And
If you just spend most of the time playing on your phone while halfway paying attention to this movie in the background, it won't bother you as much.
yeah. I
True.
like the
Big
use of
facts.
I
The
like the
lasers.
use of red and blue also. If you notice in silhouette, they do kind of what the Batman the series does. It silhouettes people in like those primary colors. I thought that was really neat. And then to use it's terrible to say, but in the rape scene, whenever they're doing the vision of it, having it flashing in red just made it so much more intense. I was like, this is terrible, you know. And
That's
God damn. Go ahead, Rap.
one thing I had to say about that. So that girl gets raped several times, and then they just fuck at the end, and that guy's like, "Oh, it's cool."
I thought the same thing. And then
Yeah, that was weird, bro.
yeah, but like Jay said,
And
it's
she
fine.
got
Jay said
pregnant
it all right. This was made in
immediately.
1987, dude. That's just how rape worked back then.
No, God, oh, Jesus Christ. How do we get out
I'm
of
not
this
saying
hole?
it's right. I'm saying
I
that's what
know.
the 80s
I'm
were
just
like.
trying to figure out how we get out of this
The
hole.
old, the old turned up
Somebody
me
get a
hard on that
shovel.
one.
We would walk
We
along.
don't watch we don't watch movies with a ton of demon rape. That's how you
Yeah.
get out of it.
we were
Source
walking
material.
along, and then we fell into the rape hole, and I'm trying to figure out how to get us out of it.
That's what this movie does. It falls into a giant rape hole at some point, and you have to like have to be protected. Like, okay, we're just kidding. We're gonna go blow shit up now. We don't remember that, do we? Boom! Boom! Look at this gun.
Wait.
Boom gun.
Do other animes try to ape this movie, like recreate this, like and have
There's
a
a
ton of
bunch of them.
sexual content like this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
Oh,
normal
plenty.
thing.
like a
$1
whole
billion
lot.
business.
Even in TV shows
Like
that are
me.
aimed at their kids.
Maybe
It's like that.
90%.
God damn. All right. Well, you guys have anything else you want to say about the movie? Raph, what you got listed down there?
Well, nah, it's just a bunch of the old men. That shit was hilarious. And then no, and then again, all the rape scenes were pretty cool because they were just
Jesus Christ!
Can we get a clip of that for the promo of this one? Just Rap saying all the rape scenes were pretty cool.
Did you see I was drinking my beer and I just about spit it all over the screen? You can't say that, Raph.
I just did, bro, and it was because they were always so cheesy. The guy literally just pushes her off in the beginning, and she's like, "I got your semen. I'm out of here." And every scene was like that. That guy just happened to get away instead of getting killed.
It's a trap.
Yeah,
It's
he
a
did.
trap.
He did get
Oh,
out of
that-
trouble a lot, quote unquote. You know what I
That
mean?
Yeah.
I just now realized that she was trying to create the hybrid, but she didn't
Yes.
have the right stuff.
Yeah.
I think they could have explored that a little bit more, like the jealousy aspect of it, because
Ooh, that's a good
that
idea.
like yeah, because like that her final comeuppance, I feel like it was very like underwhelming. I always wanted to see
Fast.
her and Maki have like a real throwdown, you know, real demon cat fight, if you will.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
That would have been dope.
winner gets Taki's sperm. You know,
I may just be a simple Southern demon, but
I know what love is.
What else, Raph? What else you got?
No, and then again, that scene where at the end where she's opening the vagina, and it looks like he gets in there and gets jizz all over him. That shit was hilarious. And then
that's called a cream. That's called a cream pie for the straight guy.
The opposite cream pie. That was perfect. But I mean, that was it. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun to watch. It was fucking awesome. Good pick.
I think down the line we've all pretty much enjoyed it. Good, Miles.
I was gonna say too, like, yeah, honestly, man, you mentioned that the stream you had like a really bad dub, but I am maybe wondering, based on this experience, if maybe I'm not as opposed to anime as much as I am just how I hate subtitles, because watching it dubbed was pretty cool. I just have to read
a valid
the whole
complaint.
damn thing, like, which I absolutely hate.
Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest things when it comes to subs versus dubs. A lot of people I want to see this. It looks interesting, but I'm not fucking reading. I'm sorry.
It's literally the reason I still haven't seen Parasite, dude. I can't find a dubbed version, and I don't want to read that motherfucker.
Javi, you're a dub guy?
No, fuck no. I'm a sub guy.
Fuck subs, dude.
Like sending that to Miles, I was like, I had to go take a shot. I was like, oh god, gotta wash that off of me.
See, and I do feel like I'm commonly in the unpopular category because I strongly prefer dubs to the point that I don't even watch it if it's in sub. I love Squid Game. Would not have watched it if there wasn't a dub available.
Yeah.
If you get into subs and dubs and watching those, you can see that most of the time the stories are different. So that's always good.
Sometimes it can get lost in translation.
Yeah.
Well, there's the Japanese language has it's a character all on its own in these animes. So every once in a while, I would agree. Like I've seen Attack on Titan dubbed and subbed, and I'll say the subs a bit better. But other times, I could care less. It really is case by case for me.
You could see that a lot in this movie. The sub, like, I feel like they were more accurate with it.
I went to public school, so I can barely read. I just get lost. If,
bro, you're talking to me, bro.
As much as I love subs, there are animes that I could only watch dubbed. Dragon Ball Z is a big one because was my first introduction to Dragon Ball Z. Was sub? Was a dub? It is better.
It's better.
It's better in American.
It really is. And same thing for like Full Metal Alchemist. I prefer that dubbed as well.
So did you
Everyone
watch
who
this?
ever tried to introduce anime to me always introduced me to a show with subs, and I think that it's not that I'm like opposed to cartoons. I fucking do a podcast about The Simpsons. I don't have any issue with like the style. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you picked up on that. I don't have any issue with the style. But I just, again, it's the reading the plot aspect. I'd rather just get a book.
Well, let's go down the line and say if we recommend and if we want the subbed or the dubbed version. So, Jay, do you recommend the movie in subbed or dubbed?
I recommend it totally dubbed. And the biggest reason why is because it's just not deep enough to really worry about subs or dubs. It's just a very on the surface movie. You could definitely enjoy it plenty with just the American voices. To me.
Right on. Miles, I know you're dubbed, right? Do you recommend it?
I actually do. I like this movie more than I thought I was. I don't think it's like a perfect film by any means, and it's definitely not a horror movie. But I legitimately, it made me realize, like, hey, I think I'm missing out on like a whole like spectrum of entertainment just because in my mind anime is sub. So like if I find or seek out more stories that I'm interested to have a dub available, I think that might open up some new stuff that I'm excited to explore. So yes, I would recommend checking it out.
Right on. Raph, do you recommend it in subbed or dubbed?
This one you would have to watch it dubbed because then you won't see all the titties and stuff that's happening.
You don't want words popping up over that fucking spider badge, dude.
So definitely
ruin the whole film.
Definitely recommended TVMA, I believe, and yeah, dubbed.
Dubbed it is. Hobbs, sub. All right, why am I even asking?
No, I recommend it. I also recommend dubbed and subbed for this one. I actually do both wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
like a bisexual.
I will. Ooh, got sexy up in here, just like the movie. Or wait, the inverse.
Like this clip.
Yeah, about these clips that you're about to see, because there are going to be titties in the clips. I couldn't mix. I figured it's anime.
Yeah, you had to.
So whatever. Just not big juicy ones. So don't worry. I will definitely recommend.
So
this
no,
movie.
those dead or alive tits.
I recommend this movie. I had a good time with it. I love Jay said popcorn anime. I think that is exactly what you're looking at here, and it's worth your time. So go check it out and have fun with it. And I want to watch the live action version. I think that'd be badass. And I'm sure it's terrible.
Emphasis on bad.
See the screen.
It does have a cool poster, I'll say.
It does.
Pretty sick.
Oh my god, bro.
Hold on. I didn't pull over the freaking things.
Where do you have a picture of this? Actually,
It was up the whole time we were talking about it.
comes.
It was up the entire time.
Ducky was so excited to talk about this on the podcast tonight.
Honestly,
we were
I
going to
was
be like, it's going to be fresh, and we're all just like, fuck you.
Honestly, I couldn't decide whether to talk about it or not, but I figured it'd fill 5 minutes, so fuck it, let's go for it. So. Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast. All right, here we go. Uh-oh.
I suppose when it comes to women, you're the maestro.
Thanks. Think I've got time for another one?
Yeah, you might have. I think she's taking up residence or something.
Taking a shit.
Gotta sharpen my vagina fangs.
Demon sex. Oh, here we go.
Look, and he knew because when he was asking questions, like, I didn't know she was a freak.
It's a healthy one.
Hey, this is everyone be quiet. This is important.
Let me see if I can wait.
My God. Has this wild woman been hiding under that demure exterior all this time?
I blocked it out. See, I put a leaf there.
What a wonderfully
I'm
rendered
afraid
leaf.
you woke up to the truth a little too late.
Oh, it's so creepy. Now, cause if she changes into that form, she can never change back. Then I take it, because she's the same Spider-Woman. Like after she comes to Spider-Woman, she doesn't like transform back into the normal person. So she's all.
Javi, is that true or not? You know everything anime, you tell us.
No, she actually turns back to normal.
Oh,
Yeah,
got my answer.
I have no more use for you, lover boy.
What happened to the girl?
The girl.
Your concern for her is deeply touching. Well, she's alive.
Look at
Don't
the
worry.
silhouette. It looks like a spider with fangs.
I
And
let
tits.
her sleep in a bar.
Well, yeah. Smoke.
Honestly,
Hard
I
to
was still
master
attracted
that.
to her up until the like teethy vagina thing. Like that's where I lost it. But
Yeah, but the
I
long
was
legged.
down, like, dude, a girl with long legs, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, climb the tree.
That's when I put my boner away when I saw those teeth.
Jesus Christ.
No need for this anymore.
Hey, put it away before you lose it, man.
That happened 3 times during this movie.
It's the first movie where Raph was never distracted the entire time.
My girl didn't want to see it. So I was like,
Of all the movies to have sex to, your girl doesn't want to watch this one.
I don't blame her.
That's like setting the mood. It's
No,
like,
no,
you
let's
want us to-
let's
you wanna
just
watch a
fuck during
porn while
The
we do
Exorcist
this?
again. I don't want to do that.
Smoke.
Standards.
Blackguard.
Call me swine. Call me swine.
Not much job security. And a whole lot of risk.
Hell yeah, he's a
What a
badass.
risk.
A whole lot of risk.
Gun.
You can't.
You don't really believe you can hurt us with that pop gun, do you?
Actually,
That gun's pretty
yes.
badass.
Yeah.
it shoots lasers.
Thing. The Thing. Literally, that's the next one. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, this is just straight up shameless.
What year?
Love
The Thing was 1980, right?
Yeah.
82.
82.
I think.
82.
Okay.
That's really cool, though. Plane
Yeah.
explosion. Trigger 99. I love the detail in the fire in this, though. I think
Don't call me Shirley.
Well hung. Well,
A well-hung boy like you's got to be careful.
You better be careful of what you say, son.
There's some titties on the old man's head.
yeah. Oh, yeah. He had like horns or something like that. That's why I was wondering if he was part of the demon world. Is this duck?
Is he okay?
He keeps asking me if I want to see a porno film.
Mr. Myart.
Taki, I can't get anywhere with that woman. Look at that, Playboy's bath time. Looky. Let's go there.
Okay, I'll sleep here.
Well, I'll be. I'm finally gonna have a taste of a black world girl.
Once you go black.
I was honest to God when they first said that line, like at first when he like first missed out, I was like, oh yeah, world girl, got it.
Yep. Fight. That is a cool thing. There's a lot of stuff cinematically this movie does that's really cool. 80s style.
This is straight up at a Go 13.
There it goes. Why does he say it's a mechanical arm? Was that
Because it wasn't a real arm.
Yeah.
It wasn't set up at any point.
You're right, Jim. My body wanted you at one time, but not now.
This is a long clip. I'm sorry, guys. Was he in a robot body? I was trying to figure out what's going on. Where'd Raph go? All right, Duck's kind of woman. This is Hobby's kind of woman too, evidently.
Yeah.
Do you exclusively fuck women that have old men like embedded in them?
No, I want those women to treat me like that old man. I want them to like absorb me into their body.
Hey, it's your kink. We got to respect it.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I'm not shaming.
There's no kink shame here.
She's got a choking fetish herself.
Pull him out.
Hey, remember in the X-Men, doesn't Lady Deathstrike have that same ability with her nails? Isn't that
This is the same aesthetic. Yeah.
Dickhead Duck.
Please allow me to remind you that as a black guard,
Doug,
I am
did
the
this
most
movie make you
important priority, and
self-reflect a
that's
lot?
final.
Look, sir, nobody's getting through these barriers.
It
It'll
seems
be
like all
perfectly
these clips
safe.
are themed around
You
you.
mean your love for her would make you abandon
I just think I'm a creepy old
She's a
man.
black world woman, or have you forgotten?
You'll grow into it.
For God's sake, we're humans after all.
Wouldn't
We
mind
can't be
fucking a
wasting our
demon.
precious time panting after some
I have
bimbo
fucked a
from the
demon
other
before, good
side.
sir. And it was amazing.
Oh, X-Burn.
What?
And you know she watches.
Can we do a count of how many times Taki goes through walls?
Enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Goes into walls?
He takes hits a lot.
And the walls are made with the worst plaster ever because he's just going and like embedding into every wall.
Maybe that's what makes this movie good, though, is the fact that he is not very good at his job. And so they're like, you're the best, Taki. And then he's really not the best. So
The writers were just drinking a lot of Kool-Aid at the time, so they're inspired to burst through walls.
It's like if you like apply those physics to real world, you know Taki's gonna end up with a CTE like 1 year after this job. Just like a fucking
He wakes up in the middle of the night and thinks his wife's like a demon and murders his child, Chris Benoit style.
It's like, yeah, it's like,
Oh,
Doc,
no.
what's going on with Taki? He's 27 and he's sundowning.
I
What's
think that
going
was
on
the-
with this guy?
I thought that was probably the darkest thing that's been said this whole cast.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Anime gives me a dark side, apparently. or 3 glasses of wine, one of the two. I'll try to chill out.
It's all good. Spider Guy.
Yeah. Bubbly.
Like I said, I didn't even try to cover it up. It's animated.
We failed. We
That is coming straight out of her cunt. My God.
It's my fault. I should have stopped him before when I had the
It's all that Taki jizz.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Spider's her stupid song.
Dude, her web is just like the leftovers from previous lovers, right?
Push your technique.
I got some Carl in here. I got some Randall. I got a Rick.
Oh my God. Spider webs, here they come at the car.
Taki,
Sorry, I can't come right now.
Carlin.
Is that
Roger.
jizz?
He's the collector.
You can't escape my thick ropes of hot, sticky web.
Wait, is this the Spider-Verse?
Oh, there it is.
Right down the gully hole.
That's how it's just taken out. That's crazy.
That's creepy. That actually got me a little bit.
If anyone's tuning in right now, I don't even know what we're watching either. It's fine. Duck's the best. Well, shit. I had a high opinion of myself a couple hours ago.
Telling you, bro.
I think Duck was drinking while watching this movie.
That time I had some fun.
The
He's got the Triforce.
I didn't get it till right now, but he kind of reminds me of like the #1 dude from Squid Games.
Squid Games.
With the track, so you're right.
The goo.
Go eat every piece of bone in his worthless body.
With my penis knife.
Seizure time. All right, I'll be looking away.
You.
He became the penis snake. Oh God.
That's it. A long clip too, I'm sorry. Damn. Bye, Raph. Last stand. I think this is it.
You know, I got a bad feeling about this.
That's a cool looking monster.
That is cool.
And a nice callback to Star Wars. Very nice duck beat.
This right here looks like Resident Evil borrowed from it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. For
Kind of like Resident Evil meets Venom.
Yeah.
Nemesis.
Yeah. Let's give her some casino music.
Just magnified.
Right down the middle. Did you guys ever watch that Pokemon episode that caused the seizures for all the little kids?
Yeah.
I'd never watched any Pokemon episodes. When I was a kid,
man, dude, it's
That was
freaking
kid shit.
yeah, dude, I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh like a fucking man, you bitch.
Yeah.
I bet you're also a Pokemon fan too, you chump.
My bad. All right, that's the movie, and I liked it, and so I don't have any recommendations. I figured we go to Javi for those.
I do.
Javi's got this.
If you like story and you like really good animation, and the dub is amazing. I fucking love the dub of this one. It's on Netflix. It's called Dorohedoro.
And what's it about?
Trailer. Pull up a trailer because it's hard to explain.
Okay, pulling up a trailer now.
Doro.
Hold on.
Oh, let's look at the Duck's search history.
Doro. Dor.
That's the reason this podcast is rated an A. It's not the
I'm sorry.
movie.
Doro. Doro.
I'm judging you. Multiplicity. Good choice, Duck.
Space.
That's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
And Game Night is actually really good too.
Very good.
Right there,
Jesse Plemons.
Space. Now
steals that movie.
HED.
Yeah, for sure.
HED.
Dark Crystal. Yeah.
ORO.
not bad at all.
Dorohedoro. Right there. Trailer.
Official English dub.
One day, a spell was cast on me, and it turned me into a lizard head.
Got turned
I lost
into a
all of
lizard
my
head?
memories, and I've
Yeah.
no clue who did it. In order to get my face
Oh,
back,
cool.
along with my memories, I continue to hunt down any sorcerers I can find. Alongside my
Did this just come out?
Kaido.
This came out like 2 years ago. The manga's badass too.
So, what did he tell you? The guy inside?
You know, I just saved you, so you should
So
treat me tonight.
it's the story of somebody who got a lizard head, and what happens after that?
Somebody turned him into that. He was an assassin, and somebody turned him into that. He has no idea what happened, but there's a cool twist to this character because the actual guy that he was is actually inside the lizard head, and what he's doing, he goes like from person to person, and like it's a cool scene the way he just like swallows just their face, and then he sees if they're the person that turned him into a lizard. And he goes, "It's not him," and then he kills him.
Dude, it sounds so much like an anime. That's pure anime right there. What else you got, Hobbs?
Oh shit.
Let me write that down. Shit.
I got one. Do Tokyo Ghoul Police.
Tokyo what?
Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul Police.
Tokyo Ghoul Police. Tokyo Gore
Police. There it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
I've heard of this. I've heard the effects in this are incredible.
Javi, have you seen this?
I've heard of it.
Is it an anime or is it live action?
No, live action, man.
So this is live action. All right. Oh, cool. I'm down with a little bit of decapitation. What up? Oh, I've heard about this too, I believe. Is this a movie or a show?
I believe it's a movie.
Yeah, movie.
Well, we should put this on the list, Hiss.
Yeah, honestly, I've been wanting to watch this anyway.
Give me what I'm looking for. Holy Shinto. They need to fill in that blue screen back there. So you saw this, Jay? It's pretty good?
I saw about the first half of it. It's a lot
my
of
god,
fun.
here comes the gore. Here comes the gore. Why'd you stop watching it?
I just didn't finish it.
Oh
It's
my
wild,
god.
dude.
Yeah, I've heard about this like through like the infamy of its like effects.
It reminds me of
Psycho Gorman?
Psycho Gorman, which I absolutely love. So I would think I would love it.
Doug, after this, I did look up that cartoon I was referencing earlier, which I'm going to throw out as a recommendation. But
Oh my god. I can't watch any more of this. I gotta save this. What you got, Miles? What's your recommendation?
the show is called Ugly Americans. It came out in 2010. It was actually on Comedy Central, not MTV. But basically, it's about a social worker in New York in a world where demons are migrating to New York City, and he is essentially helping these like ghosts, demons, monsters, all sorts of supernatural creatures like adapt to New York City life. He's dating a succubus. It's got an 8 out of 10 on IMDb, and it's available on Amazon Prime. I highly recommend it.
Right on. And Javi, what was your other choice?
Okay, I do suggest Demon Slayer. That's also on Netflix and also has a good dub. And fuck, it's the most anime thing you could probably think of. It's called Food Wars, and it's about this kid.
It's
who wants
awesome. It's so fucking good. It's so awesome.
He wants to be the world's greatest chef, and his food causes people to have massive orgasms.
It's amazing, dude. I can't even explain to you how good it is because the food that they put on the screen literally looks so fucking delicious.
It does, and then the reactions are just crazy.
And it doesn't take itself seriously at all. Like
What
they'll
is this
make
called?
food.
Food Man?
Yeah,
Food
look,
Wars.
Food Wars,
Food
dude.
Wars.
It's so freaking funny because it's a cooking show, basically, right, Hobbs? And like,
Yeah.
it's just like they talk about how delicious the food is, and like they go into detail and the describing of it, the verbiage.
Is this dubbed or is it only available subbed?
No, it comes dubbed too.
Oh, we're watching that one.
It's so
And-
fucking crazy.
And just like in one of the first scenes, we're like, "Oh, this is weird." This mob boss and her henchman comes in to try this kid's food. He cooks her delicious meal. Her henchman tries it, and all of a sudden, like the flavor just like blows off the henchman's clothes, and they're just like going like that naked through the restaurant. It's like, oh my god, the flavor of this is so amazing. The harmony in this food.
It's ridiculous. All right, guys. I think we should shut this down. We went down the anime rabbit hole enough, I think, tonight. Miles, tell them where they can find you on the internet.
You can find me pretty much everywhere at Mr. Most Days Off, and you can check out that Simpsons podcast I plugged earlier. It's Best Darn Diddly. That's Diddly.
Fuck yeah. How about you, Hobbs? Tell them where they can find you on the internet.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Javi Bear Studios.
Hell yeah. And you can find us on the internet at wearepodcast.podbean.com, where you can find all the podcasts. Check out our social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at /wearepodcast. And finally, check us out every Monday for Camp/Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past. We will be taking a break next week. We'll be returning the next week after that with Megan King as our guest. I do not know what movie we were doing yet, so I will let you all know on social media. That's why it's important to follow. If you listen, send us an email. I'll have Javi read it on there. It's fun. He didn't know that.
That's next week?
Yeah, nothing next week. First Monday's next week, so we're gonna be rocking that. We're gonna be rocking that comedy goodness. With that said, keep horror in your hearts.
Keep it in your hearts, you animals.
And whatever that is on the screen right there looks fucking delicious. That's what I'm gonna say. That looks really nice. And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, a Dungeons and Distractions side quest. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I Hate Being Sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.